That's so yummy.
Oh, that's too fun! Good morning, guys, and welcome to another video. Now, if you've been following our channel for a while, then you know that in January of this year, we went to Tokyo DisneyLand. And after coming here, we realized that there was another park. So we have taken the train over to the Maihama station, walked about 10 minutes over here to Tokyo DisneySea, and we're gonna go and check it out and take you along with us.
And we're in. That was so fast.
Okay, well, that was security.
Yeah.
Still gotta get our tickets.
Security was really quick. Now we have to scan our tickets that we bought online, and you have to print them out if you buy them online. I haven't really figured out the way to get them virtually, but I've seen a few people do it.
Excellent. Arigatou gozaimasu. Now we're in.
First up, we did not plan this, but we're in the shade the entire time we wait.
Oh, thank goodness.
Our first ride is Journey to the Center of the Earth, and the line is about 60 minutes long. The park's been open for about an hour and a half, so it's already really busy. But I will say there are lines that are much longer, and they're in the sun. We are in the shade. So,
it's the little wins.
It's the little wins. Correction, it's been open for 36 minutes. I thought it opened at 8. It opened at 9. The AC is pumping in here, guys.
It's so good. The reason we're here at Journey to the Center of the Earth first is because it's one of the most popular rides here, and it's more adult than a lot of the younger kid rides that really fill up. So when it came to wait time, this made the most sense for us right now, and I'm really excited for it. It says that there's a lot of sharp turns and a lot of sudden drops, which isn't my favorite, but you know, we'll check it out. It's worth it enough for the AC.
I think like the best part is we'll be waiting for about 50 minutes, and compared to the US, that's like nothing to wait for one of the major attractions at the park.
This is a very dark ride, so I apologize if the footage isn't very good. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna combine the GoPro with the main camera with our phones, and hopefully we'll be able to show you some of this thing.
That went so fast. They're all waving at us now.
How are we feeling, Hannah?
That was wild.
Yeah.
Very, very unexpected.
Yeah. I would equate that to like an edgier, less wet Splash Mountain. So if you go to Disneyland, you'll go to Splash Mountain where it has the one final drop where everybody gets wet. This one has that big final drop, but you don't get wet. So it's nice if you're not trying to get wet. What's next?
Let's go into a store
and
like see if we can get some coffee, because it's early. We didn't get coffee this morning. When we were looking through comments of our Tokyo Disney video, a lot of people told us that we had to come to Tokyo DisneySea, and honestly I thought it was a water park. And for summer purposes, that's perfect. But it's not a water park as much as it is like nautical themed, but not so much water I'm getting splashed in the face on every single ride.
Yeah.
So that's just something to keep in mind. The band that we heard.
Oh. Okay, so now that we have gotten our coffees, we've already ridden a ride, we wanted to come in here and explain to you guys how we purchased the tickets. We are here on a Tuesday, so prices are a little bit cheaper in the middle of the week as opposed to the weekend. It also fluctuates depending on what time of the year you're here. As far as buying the tickets, you can either buy them on the Tokyo DisneyLand websites, or you can purchase them through an authorized reseller, which is what we opted for. We had a lot of issues with the payment service on Tokyo Disney's websites, For whatever reason, it doesn't like any of our Visas or our MasterCards, and it doesn't take Amex. As far as getting into the park, you're gonna need to print your tickets out. There's a few more hoops to jump through. You might be able to download it from the app. We haven't tried that, so if you know, then please let us know in the comments if that's possible.
And also, some of you might see 8,400 yen and be like, oh my gosh, that sounds like a lot of money. It's about $60, which if you're looking at the prices for any of the Disney parks in the States, you're gonna be paying way more than $60. And also, these two giant coffees were 720 yen, which is $5 for both of these. When you get into the park, you're not paying an arm and a leg to get a refreshment, something to eat. It's really affordable when you get in here as well. Today, the temperatures are gonna be in like the high 90s, which I think is like 34 degrees Celsius or 35 degrees Celsius. So very, very warm. So a lot of things that are happening throughout the day, like the performances, are getting canceled because it's so hot. So hopefully we'll be able to see some later. I know that there's no fireworks. So we'll see what happens with tonight. First snack of the day is popcorn.
Second snack of the day will be popcorn.
There's one thing that is consistent throughout the two parks so far, is that there is all sorts of popcorn. Everybody in the comments also told me I had to try the matcha white chocolate popcorn, so I'm super excited.
Is it okay?
It's so yummy. It's just the right amount of sweet.
This is a really cool spot. It's completely enclosed, which is nice because we're here in July and it's like 95 degrees outside right now. So it's a cool little spot to come and get lunch. Granted, there's a lot of people in here right now, so it's one of the more popular places to get food. You've also got like little kids rides over here. I believe there are more kid rides than we're probably looking for, so we're gonna pass on riding them. It's themed after the Little Mermaid, so like Ariel and Sebastian's Calypso Kitchen and stuff like that. It's a really cool place to come and check out.
Carousel time?
Yeah.
There's nobody in line.
I'm on the elephant next to the genie. Should be wild.
Like way off the ground now.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
So fun. What next? Jay, it's black.
Yeah, it is.
When we went to the other Disney park, we waited until all of the dinner spots had closed, so we ate pasta snacks for dinner.
And they're delicious, dude.
They're yummy.
Only a 10-minute wait, we might as well do it.
So cute.
So I don't know about Hannah, but I've never heard anything about Sinbad or the Sinbad's Great Journey or whatever it was. But the animatronics were fabulous. I didn't know anything that was going on really. but it was a really beautiful ride. So it was cool, but we've ridden a few kids rides now, like with the carousel and with the Sinbad ride. So now we're gonna do the Indiana Jones ride. I'm not really sure what to expect, but I know it's a little bit more adultish than the last two.
If you're noticing a theme, we're doing a lot of indoor and then one outdoor because it's so hot. We're trying to limit our amount of time that we're outside in the sun because it is so hot, and the UVs here in Japan don't mess around. I made the mistake of getting burnt, I think like our second day in Osaka, so.
You got fried.
I got fried.
While we're walking through here, I wanted to mention that there's no Disney Fast Pass or anything like what you'd find in America. Rather, they have something called Disney Premier Access, where you can pay a little bit extra in order to, I think, set a time to come back and ride the ride at a certain time and just jump the queue. I think for this ride it's like 2,000 yen each, which is about 15 bucks a person. It's a little bit more expensive, and we got nothing but time, so we're in no rush. But if you're trying to beat the crowds and beat the heat, then Disney Premier Access is probably the best bet for you. I didn't know Harrison Ford spoke Japanese.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
We're here. That was so disorienting because it was basically all dark and you're just going like,
Yeah, it throws you around in pitch black for like half the ride.
Yeah.
That's why our footage is probably not
all
great.
dark.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Trey got himself a sausage roll. Well, I got Trey's sausage roll.
Thank you.
It's so good. You gotta try it.
Is it like a corn dog? I might get hate for this, but I am not the biggest fan of hot dogs or corn dogs or any kind of dog.
That's delicious, isn't it?
It's more sausagey than hot doggy. Needs sauce.
Yeah, I could use some sauce.
Up next, we were gonna do the Raging Spirits roller coaster, but honestly, after the last ride, we're a little bit tapped out on the crazy herky-jerky stuff, so we're gonna find the Nemo ride, and we'll be able to take you on that one. Hopefully it's not too dark and too crazy so that we'll actually be able to film the interior of it.
It's a cute ride, but if you get motion sickness at all, do not go on it.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Oh, it smells so good.
What is it?
It's a guava smoothie with orange jelly. Look how pretty it is.
I think the orange jelly part's what throws me off.
Oh my gosh.
Try it.
It's okay that you don't like it, because I do.
A little bit wet.
You get wet. And it doesn't look like you drive it yourself. You are kind of towed around along this path that just like keeps you in the wetness for a while. Do you feel like you're back home?
Well, I'm not from colonial America, so not particularly.
want somewhere inside to go hang out. Tower of Terror?
The photos are not in service. So what's the point? So the Tower of Terror is also a very popular ride here. To be honest, I'm still feeling a little bit queasy after that Nemo ride. So we're gonna put that on hold. Maybe we'll do it later, probably not, but we might do it later. And we're gonna go to the Toy Story Mania ride because we heard that's also very popular.
So when we arrived in the line, there was a wait of 50 minutes, and we got here just in time because the line went from like right over here to all the way down to the Tower of Terror, and they had to actually expand the gate area. It's gotten really crazy. So if you're coming to Tokyo DisneySea, you probably want to do this first because this seems to be the busiest one, either this one or the Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is what we did. So I mentioned earlier something called Disney Premier Access. If you're going to use that, it's basically Fast Pass, but you have to purchase it for each individual ride. If you're gonna do that, this is the one you wanna do that on, because we've been in line for over an hour now, and there are people just coming straight through and getting right on the ride right over here. If you're gonna do it, this is the ride to do it, because there's not a whole lot of shade, especially if it's hot. There's not a ton of shade outside, so you're sitting in the sun. This is the one to do it on. Thank you. Should be interesting to see how these things fit in my head. Not terrible, not terrible. I'm just shooting. That's too fun! That was literally the best thing we've done all day.
Oh, yeah.
Toy Story Mania is so much fun. That was by far the best attraction here. I would even say it's better than anything over at Disneyland. That was a ton of fun.
So cute. I have a feeling this isn't like The Little Mermaid.
No, I highly doubt it. Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou. 遠隔操作スタンバイ。ローテスト。開始。船長、潜水艇防御装置が作動しました。潜水艇の位置を特定できるか。いいえ。
I have no idea what just happened.
All right, I'll admit 30,000 Leagues Under the Sea wasn't as much of a hit as Toy Story Mania or really any of the other ones that we rode today. But that's okay. Now we're gonna head over to the roller coaster that we passed by earlier this morning. I think it's called Raging Spirits. But in any case, it's probably the most famous roller coaster here. I think it's the only roller coaster here for adults. So let's go check it out.
I think it goes without saying that we will be putting the camera up for this ride. Due to the signage, I don't think it's in our best interest to take it on a 360 loop. So we're gonna switch to the GoPro.
360, here it comes. Holy cow! Whoa! Whoa! Hard. Oh, that's not cold. Whoa. How was that?
Awesome.
Someone got some snack.
If you don't have a reservation or you don't know where you want to go for dinner, a lot of the stuff closes at like 5 o'clock. So you gotta like really browse around and make sure that wherever you want to go doesn't have too long of a line. So worst case scenario, we'll eat pasta snacks.
Hannah's making a beeline to the register.
They had the green dumplings here. I feel like it's kind of, I've heard that it's a bit of a struggle to try to find where they're at, so maybe they move throughout the day, I don't know, but I'm so happy. Look at our spread.
I know.
All carbs all day.
Could not care any less about the Italian food.
I cannot believe we found these. Maybe we were just looking in the wrong spot the whole time and the internet led us astray. Not a surprise. I'm so happy we found them.
Oh no. Mid-meal update.
We've just been inhaling this food. I don't think we realized how hungry we were. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
As far as culinary experiences go, unless you book like one of the fancy restaurants, you're probably not going to get a stellar experience. But all in all, that meal was fairly decent. I liked it, and it wasn't too expensive.
Also, Hannah got her little mochi.
I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know if we are saying it right, if it's mochi.
We'll see.
Moment of truth.
There is something in it.
It's strawberry.
Ooh.
It's so yummy.
All right, I'll be test subject number 2. I don't really know what's in it, so. I don't really know what that is.
The lemon? The custard?
We're good. Do you want a bite of it?
Yes. It's like vanilla custard.
Yeah. It's good.
Strawberry's my favorite.
Yeah. You didn't even think about offering me a bite of that. Straight to the house.
One of my favorite things about Hannah is the fact that she is so willing to share everything. Every moment, everything that she has is a chocolate. Oh, thank God. We were so worried it was going to be bean paste. One of my favorite things about Hannah, as I was saying, was that she's super duper giving. But when it comes to strawberry mochi, I guess that is...
That's where I draw the line.
She draws the line. We're now just sitting here because the Tokyo DisneyLand has the big parade that comes through, but here it looks like that takes place here in the main center of the lake. So I'm looking forward to it. We got a little spot, we're camped out. We'll have to hang for an hour, but that's okay.
Spectacular journey, full of stars. Please note that in some viewing areas, you may get wet.